Everton Football Club, an institution of English football rich in history, passion and pride. But in recent years, the Toffees have hit some tough times. Over the last few seasons, they've been fighting for their lives to stay up in the Premier League in order to remain only one of two clubs to never be relegated along with Arsenal. They've also been tasked with facing multiple point deductions along the way and dealing with financial struggles. It's sad to see such a big club with a decorated trophy cabinet and a rich history such as Everton struggling in today's times. So today, that's why we're here. We're going to be getting Everton out of trouble and rebuilding them as their current Premier League manager, Sean Dyche, and bringing them back to the top of the table where a club with such a history like Everton belong. The aim of this rebuild is to go on and win the Champions League and overtake our rivals Liverpool. Before we jump into the video, I just want to say a quick thanks for 150 subscribers. We're on that grind to 200 subs, so if you are new around here, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. Now with the intro out of the way, let's start rebuilding Everton.
So this is the team that we're going to be starting off with. This is the formation that Sean Dyche uses in real life, the 4-2-3-1. I think what we're going to start off by doing in this rebuild is getting rid of our right back, because I think the right back position is a bit of a nursing home. 38 years of age, Ashley Young, and I think we got Seamus Coleman here on the reserves, 35, so we're going to have to get a new right back. And I'm also looking to maybe improve our CDM positions because they're also quite old and low rated, so we're going to try get some new players in there. Let's jump to the transfer window.
So guys, for the very first signing of the video, I've gone and picked up Dan Neil from Sunderland. The English CDM is going to provide us some youth in midfield, which we are very much lacking because in there it is very old and they're going to start declining soon, so we're going to need a young player to take the reins and to ensure that our midfield has what it takes to compete in the Premier League at the highest level. Hopefully this signing should be a good start to avoid relegation in Season 1. Our second signing of the rebuild is going to be the Portuguese right back Thierry Correia. We're signing a right back because, as I showed you at the start, the squad age in that position is very old and they're just going to be declining so quickly that by the end of the season they're going to be like 70 rated. So we had to do something quickly. He's quite young still, I think at 25 years of age, so he's going to be good for at least 5 or 6 seasons and then before we have to think about offloading him or anything like that. And additionally, he's just a very solid right back. He's going to be able to help us keep clean sheets and most importantly, stay in the Premier League this season. Our third signing of Season 1 is going to be the Crystal Palace CDM, Adam Wharton. This guy, only 20 years of age, and he's already shown great potential in the Premier League for Palace. So that's why we've gone and picked him up for a fee of £26 million, which I think is absolutely incredible, seeing how much potential this guy has. He's just one of those players where I feel like he's future captain material. I don't think I'm ever going to sell him, and I think in the future he's going to be one of this club's best players. Let's see how the team does in Season 1.
So this is the business that we've done in the first transfer window. We've offloaded Doucouré in a swap deal for Dan Neil. We've given them £4 million as well, so that's why it says 2 mil. We've acquired Thierry Correia from Valencia to Everton for 15 million. We've offloaded the likes of James Garner and Michael Keane for 8.8 mil and 3.3 mil. That was to make way for the signing of Adam Wharton for £26 million. Let's see how the new signings go.
And I'll see you in June for the end of Season 1.
Guys, it is the end of a chaotic first season and we have just survived the drop on goal difference, literally by 2 goals. To Southampton, our relegation rivals. Just have a look at how close that relegation battle is from Ipswich all the way up to Nottingham. Only 4 points in it, which is quite insane. As for who won the league, it was won by Man City, absolutely dominating on 94 points. It was won by Brentford in a 3-0 win against United. The Carabao Cup was won by Liverpool in a 3-2 win against City. The Champions League was won by Barca in a 7-goal thriller against Dortmund. The Europa League was won on penalties by Besiktas following a 2-2 draw. And the Conference League was won by Fiorentina against Vitoria FC. This season, Beto managed to put up 18 goals this season in 40 games, averaging a 6.88 match rating. Jack Harrison, who's going to be going back to Leeds United next window, registers 10 goals and 5 assists, so we're going to be losing a big asset in him there. Dwight McNeil manages 9 and 4, so not bad output. Everyone else not really pulling their weight. So let's see, hopefully we can have a better Season 2 and cement ourselves as a mid-table side. Let's go.
So guys, welcome along to Season 2. Our first signing of this season is going to be Skov Olsen. The Danish international winger is going to be joining us on a fee of £20 million, which I think is an absolute steal considering the quality and potential this guy is going to bring to that right mid position. He's going to have big shoes to fill because he's going to be filling the void of Jack Harrison, who went back to Leeds from his loan spell at Everton. So let's see how this signing goes for us. Let's hope Olsen can deliver the goods. So for our next signing of Season 2, we have gone and bought in the Czech international. Adam Hložek of Hoffenheim is now an Everton player and he is here to score goals, what he does best. We've picked him up for £24 million. He's still young, he's still got lots of potential, and he's going to be replacing Beto up front, who had a really good season last season, but I think that Hložek can do even better considering what this guy can bring to the club. Anyway, I'll quickly show you our transfer breakdown before we jump into the season.
Our transfer window we've run out of money now, so we've had to sell Dominic Calvert-Lewin in order to fund the signing of Skov Olsen, who we picked up for 20 mil, and then Adam Hložek, our star man, who we picked up for 24 mil. Hopefully, these signings can make us a lot better than last season, so we don't go anywhere near that relegation zone. Only time's going to tell, so let's fast forward to June to find out. Season 2 has come to a close and Everton have finished in a very respectable 10th place on 57 points, positive goal difference, very good improvement to last season. Arsenal have won the league and surprisingly West Ham have got Champions League and finishing second, a very good performance from them, and they make the final of the FA Cup, losing out to Villa 3-2. As for the Carabao Cup, that was won by Villa again against Spurs. The Champions League was won by Real Madrid 6-5 on penalties against Liverpool. Europa League was won by Frankfurt in a 3-2 win against Fiorentina, and the Conference League was won by Internazionale Milan against Villa. Having a look at our best players this season, Beto, once again, our top scorer. Even after signing Hložek, he's still proven he is the number one in this team. And if he keeps playing like this, I think we might have to keep playing him up front. Even though I put Hložek up front, I don't know, the CPU, they did their thing. But it worked for us. Skov Olsen, 17 goals, 11 assists. Hložek, 13 and 8. McNeil, 10 and 7. Pretty good output from the boys this season, getting us a 10th place finish. I think next season we can finish in those European spots. Let's go to Season 3. Right, so the first signing of Season 3 is going to be a man who's been playing really well in real life this season at Nottingham Forest, who are currently doing really good, 5th place in the Premier League. It's none other than Murillo himself. The Brazilian centre-back joins us on a fee of £32 million, and he is here to replace the aging Tarkowski, who's now 33 years of age, so he's declining in rating value, so we've brought him in to solidify our defence and push towards those European spots. Our next signing of Season 3 is going to be the Italian winger from Leeds United, Wilfried Gnonto. He's coming to the club for a fee of £26 million, and I think that is an absolute bargain because we've offloaded Iliman Ndiaye, so now he's going to come replace him, and he's got bags of potential, so let's see what he can do wearing the Everton kit in the Premier League for Season 3. Let's go. Made it to the end of Season 3 and Liverpool have won the Premier League, with West Ham once again finishing runner-up, so they're solidifying themselves as Champions League regulars. However, Everton have returned to Europe, finishing 6th, so we will be playing Europa League football next season. As for the FA Cup, that was won by Man City in a 2-1 win against Leicester. The Carabao Cup was won by Chelsea 2-1 against West Ham. The Champions League was won by PSG 3-2 against Atletico. The Europa League was won by Aston Villa on penalties in an all-English final against Liverpool, and the Conference League was won 1-0 by RB Salzburg. Taking a look at how our boys did this season, Adam Hložek has finally turned up with 21 goals and 9 assists, so now he's really repaying what we paid for him with 30 goal contributions this season. Skov Olsen still putting in the good numbers, now at an 86 overall with 19 goals and 4 assists. Beto is starting to fall off a bit, but Dwight McNeil doing his thing, 7 goals, 13 assists, grabbing 20 goal contributions, and Gnonto, slow start to life for him at Everton, but I'm sure, just like Hložek, he'll have a much better second season. Let's go to Season 4. So, our first signing of Season 4 is going to be Tino Livramento. We have absolutely splashed the cash that they've given us this season. The board gave us 50 mil and we sold our left back Mikalenko to make the signing of Tino Livramento. The right back, who can also play left back, is going to be filling the void for Mikalenko. So now we have a stacked defense and we've pretty much blown our transfer budget here. So we might have to sell another few players to be able to fund some more signings for the rest of this window to hopefully get us in those Champions League positions. So unfortunately, there's no other way where I can really free up any transfer budget because we sort of need all these players. Plus, we have no depth on the bench, so I've kind of had to stick with what we got. But anyway, this is what we're going to be going into Season 4 with. As you can see, our new signing, Livramento, there at left back. And the whole team is looking solid. Like, really, the only player we have below 80 rated is Neil, who hasn't really grown as much as I thought. But I think he'll still be good enough for this season. But anyway, I think this squad can get top 4. Let's see how it goes at the end of the season. Now, Season 4 has not gone the way we would have liked. 9th place finished for the Toffees, 3 places worse than last season. Not the sort of improvement we're looking for. However, Man City take out the league with winning by 23 points. The FA Cup was won by Nottingham Forest against Newcastle 1-0. The Carabao Cup was won by Spurs in a 2-0 win against Burnley. The Champions League was won by PSG on penalties 4-3 against Man City. And the Europa League was won by Marseille 3-0 against PSV. And the Conference League was won by Valencia in a 1-0 win against Standard Liège. Taking a look at how the boys did this season, Skov Olsen has gone and got 40 goals and assists in 60 games. He's really proven himself as a world-class player now, sitting at an 89 overall. Beto, 17 goals and 0 assists. Nyonto, 10 goals and 0 assists. And my players, they don't get many assists. I guess it's all gone to McNeil, as you can see down at the bottom there. 12 assists for him. Livramento getting in on the action from left back with 5 goals and 4 assists. And Hlojek, not great output. I might consider selling him next season. We'll see how it goes. Let's roll on Season 5. Alright, so it's the first signing of Season 5 and we've gone and bought in Kobbie Mainoo from United. I reckon this is pretty realistic. We're 5 seasons in and we just reached the semi-finals of the Europa League, so I feel like now we're going to solidify ourselves as a top side in the Prem. Even though we had a bad season last season, I think it was just a poor run of form. This season, I think we'll be definitely in the fight for Champions League, and especially with this solidification in the midfield, we will be there by the end of Season 4. So it is the second signing of the Season 5 summer window, and we've picked up Jonathan David for a fee of £30 million. He's going to be replacing Adam Hlojek up front, who hasn't really done great so far in our save. He's been performing badly, so we're going to bring in a new striker, and here he is.
Hopefully he can bag us the goals this season and give us that finishing touch that we haven't really had last season that made us finish 9th. With this signing, I'm very optimistic. Let's bring on the season.
So it is the end of Season 5, and it has been a much better season for the Toffees, who have managed to secure Champions League football and bring it back to Goodison Park for Season 6. However, Man City take out the title, edging out Arsenal by 1 point. City win 3-0 against Chelsea in the FA Cup. As for the Carabao Cup, it's won by Liverpool in a 2-1 win against Man United. The Champions League is won by Arsenal in a 3-2 win against Real Madrid. The Europa League is won by Wolfsburg 9-8 on penalties against Slavia Prague, and the Conference League is won by Sociedad 4-2 against Anderlecht. And looking at how our boys did this season, signing Jonathan David has been an absolute wonder for this club. 42 goal contributions in 45 matches. He's already on another level, putting nearly an average of an 8 match rating, which is crazy. He finishes head and shoulders ahead of Adam Hlojek with 16 goals and 4 assists. Skov Olsen not having a great season, had a suspension as well. Kobbie Mainoo already getting in on the action, the new signing, at now an 86 overall. And now we're in a really good position going into Season 6. We're in the Champions League, we got a good squad, we can start making more high profile signings. Let's jump right into Season 6. Now for our first signing of Season 6, our goalkeeper, Jordan Pickford, he's starting to get on a little bit. He's starting to age, so we've had to bring in a replacement. So who have we gone for? We've gone for the 87 rated man, Lucas Chevalier. I hope I pronounced that right. The French goalkeeper is going to be joining us on a fee of £45 million, and he's going to be here to keep some more clean sheets to make sure we can see less goals so we can fight for that Premier League title this season and maybe even the Champions League. Let's see how he does. this season. Next signing of the July window for season 6, we've picked up Rico Lewis for the right back position. Since Thierry Correa, he's starting to age a little bit and he's only 84 rated, so we've had to go and strengthen that right back position, sign the 85 rated man who's also got bags of potential to keep growing further with dynamic potential coming into play in future seasons. Now with this signing, we should be there. We should be fighting for those titles, the Premier League, the Champions League. Maybe this season, can we win our first trophy? Let's find out come the end of season 6. So it is now the end of season 6 and we've lost out in the Premier League to our Merseyside rivals Liverpool, losing the league by 2 points there. In the FA Cup, that was won by Brighton on penalties against Man City. The Carabao Cup was won by Chelsea in a 7-goal thriller against City. The Champions League is a Merseyside derby game. It is going to be us versus Liverpool. Can we get our revenge on the Premier League champions and take home the Champions League? The Europa League was won by Girona in an all-Spanish final against Sociedad. And the Conference League was won by Inter in a 1-0 win against Hearts. So this is how we are going to line up against Liverpool. Our goalkeeper has just come back from injury, so that's quite concerning. Hopefully that doesn't really have too much of an effect on the outcome of this game. We're going to hit the quick sim. Let's see. We win the Champions League 1-0 against Liverpool. Skov Olsen bagging the winner in the 15th minute, the only goal of the match.
There it is, rebuild complete, and what a story it is as well, with Liverpool winning the league, only 2 points ahead of us, and then we go and take them down in the biggest competition of them all, the biggest game in European club football, the Champions League final. So guys, if you did enjoy this one, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss another video on the channel. I'm planning so many cool new video ideas, you won't want to miss those. And as always, I'll see you in the very next one. Goodbye.